Hello, my name is Mark Boice with Shiftless, SoCal, California, and welcome to Rides and Wrecks. We're on the rooftop. Up on the rooftop, we're Wiline and I don't agree, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is a big wreck. Yeah, baby. You know what? We just moved to a new facility. It's about 5,000 square feet, and we had our internet service put in, and it's like the worst system ever, the worst customer service ever. It reminds me of the Sprint days 20 years ago. Man, it's incredible. I'm going to show you the install on this thing, and I'm going to explain to you what ridiculous nonsense Wiline has created for my business and our customers. Let's get started. First of all, the install right here is pretty shoddy, to say the least. We have these loose cables and everything right here on the ground. Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure that people don't get up on the rooftop all the time, but it's still a tripping hazard. Also, what they did was they actually came over here and they run the cables down through the bathroom ventilation system. Yeehaw! Let's take a closer look at this. Now, don't get me wrong. This is actually a product review for those people who want to know a little bit more like Wiline. What we have here is all these loose cables. And as I said, this is our downstairs bathroom. This is a duct, and the cables are going down the duct. Now, I don't know about you, but with me, I think it's supposed to be enclosed someplace, so I don't know where they actually ran these wires out of. All I do know is that it's in the bathroom someplace, a real shh of a place. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's roll downstairs and I'll give you some more information about the Wiline product. So after they got that little dish up on the roof all installed and everything, they came down here and they installed this box. Believe it or not, there was like a little bones booth type deal here, circuit board, whatever. They literally had this box hanging right here that when you went into the bathroom, it was going to catch you and everything else. I don't know. I know our work isn't like that. When we do something, we do it neat, we think it through, we make things happen. This up here was crazy. We pulled off this board, we gave them some more room, they installed it over here, per our request. Had I not said anything, we would have been walking into the bathroom like this. And out. That's crazy. Second thing is they have all these wires all crazy and everything. One would think with all this wall space that you didn't have this unit right here, that'd make our place nice and clean. But the interesting fact is, this is just a product review. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty now, baby. So what happened is the technician that was here was playing around trying to get a bounce. And I don't know that proper terms and all that other stuff about it. But he was showing me that we had over 20 megs of download and upload and all this other stuff and everything. And he got it all set up, and then he called me over. Hey, check out the speeds I got. Okay, let's check it out. Let's do a retest on it. The retest was 11 and 12. Okay, let's do another retest. 9 and 10. And then he noticed that it was bouncing all the way to Florida. Yeah, Florida. So they went into his little computer and he found Time Warner. So he bounced off a speed off of a Time Warner dish in Los Angeles. Now, I don't know if Time Warner's aware of that. Maybe they have some kind of agreement that they can do that and everything. And I don't know. So then they got the speeds up to 23 and 25 or something like that. However, when you reset the box, it goes back to the slow megs. And all of a sudden, hey, that ain't what I'm paying for. That isn't what I wanted. You know, you guys came out, you sold me on it. This is the greatest, the best. I'm going to love it. I'm bitching. We're the greatest. Great. Awesome. Okay? Didn't happen to work out that way. So then he bounced it off a few more things, and after about a long day with these people, doing craziness, oh, by the way, they asked us if we had roof access. Now they're a company that actually installs this equipment on rooftops. One would think they would bring a ladder. Yeah, they didn't even bring a ladder to get up on top of the roof, which they knew they were going to need. So they had to borrow one. Wow. Huh. Product review, by the way. So anyway, once we got their ping and everything set, they needed to tell me that we needed to check our, put in our own server, our own router, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. So the next day, that was on a Friday, they came in on Thursday, we put our server in. We couldn't get a signal from the box. So we actually accessed the box to see if we can get a speed set on it. And guess what? Not working. We called the technician back out. He came out back that later that day. He said that he would really like to work with our IP guy that was actually hooking up the server router. He did some more pings. Again, back to Florida. When we did our tests, we had Texas, we had Ohio. Just crazy nonsense. My guy calls. He says, hey, we're not getting a signal at your box. Can you do an office check? Sure. So at the office of Wiline, they actually do a test. The test comes back negative that the box isn't working. So now they're going to get back to us right away. Well, right away isn't quick enough when you're in business and you rely on your internet to purchase parts and to get in contact with customers and research also. Let's move on to the next room, baby. So we have our router server installed. Now, again, I don't know the proper terms of all this stuff, but we went and we used their cable right here on this desk, and we tried to get a signal. No signals, no signals. My IP guy actually went in there and he called the system. He called Wiline and he says, hey, we need to go by the book and I'll punch the numbers in exactly the way you want me to punch them in. After, this is like probably about the 7th or 8th try to try to get a signal from their box. He punches it in exactly the way he said to do over at Wiline, told my IP guy, and negative. No signal coming to here. So we can't even get a signal to our server router, which is pretty awesome. It's a Netgear. It's one of the middle class range ones. We've used them for a few years at our other offices, and it's badass. But anyway, it even gets better than that. If you're not, this is the greatest product review I've ever done. Now we get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go to the desk. So here's the best part. On Monday, I get a call from one of the technicians, early morning, like 6:30. He says that I need to call and start a new ticket so we can get out to the site, that he was going to be available between 7 and 7:30. He would like my IP guy to meet with him at that time. I said, okay, no problem. I'll give him a call. I'll call your Wiline office and let's set this up so we can get this resolved. So my technician comes out between 7 and 7:30 and we're waiting for Wiline. They don't show up. We call them back at 12 o'clock. They don't show up. So about that time is about the time where termination is best for the both of us, Wiline and myself. But the greatest part about this is they know that we don't have any internet service, but they wanted me to actually fill out a form saying that I want the contract terminated. And the person, the support team of Wiline, said they were going to send it right over. I tried to explain to Wiline for several days now, I don't have internet service, so I can't accept your email or return emails. It's bad for my business, and I would like to have this resolved quickly. The gentleman on the support team of Wiline said, well, there's nothing really, anything we can do if you don't have any internet service. I said, really? So I don't have any internet service, but you want me to respond to a contract of termination that I can't get or receive? Awesome. So I figured that I'd just go over to one of our other offices, use the internet over there. When I got over there, there was no contract. I immediately called Wiline again. I said, hey, you know what? This isn't working out. It's like a bad date. You know, you go out, you see the photos, you think it's all good and golden, just like you guys sold me on a bill of goods. It's not working out. The internet doesn't work. You're playing the blame game. It's not ours. It's this. It's that. It's this. Your own company said it wasn't working. Your own company was bouncing it off of Florida and other places. We checked the system, and it was not stationary in any area. Termination is the best for Wiline and I. And you know what? Since it's a product review, maybe you, as a new customer, may want to check into Wiline. But as far as I'm concerned, I would go someplace else. I want to thank you for watching, and my name is Mark Boice with Scared Shiftless, SoCal, California, and this Wiline has been a wreck.